We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the San Francisco 49ers. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
To throw is Jackson. It's a loss of 2, now third down. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Jackson from the shotgun. Fighting to stay upright. He'll let it fly for Austin. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. And it's a welcome back to health for last year's #1 pick. This is Dalvin Cook. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Tiger. Richmond. Tiger.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Give him 30 yards there. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 24. To throw is Watson. Throw left side complete. It's Fuller. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that could be pinpoint here.
So I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone. Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
To throw on 2nd is Watson. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. From the gun, here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And Sturgis able to knock it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Give them a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Leopard!
On 2nd down, Kamara. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Eluding the pressure right. Looking for Shepard deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Jonathan Cyprien there defensively to make the play. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Back to throw, Watson. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he'll get only a couple up to the 22. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, Jackson. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a little dangling. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And that one results in 35 yards.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them, don't
They
they?
get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Now Jackson on second down. Being chased out left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Quick slant, caught by Moore. 23 yards on the play. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Flushed out right. And he's brought down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach does it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And now running right through it. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his second season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama. And they like those bigger, thicker runners, those guys that can break down defenses through the middle. Alvin Kamara ended up leaving Alabama, going to a junior college for a while. I believe he went to Hutchinson Junior College before matriculating at Tennessee and finding his way to the NFL, where he is now a star.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Jackson going to throw again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's third down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Richmond.
Now Watson to throw on second down. Steps away to his left. And some room to roam now. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's Watson. And his throw here's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Detroit! Gone!
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Detroit!
From the gun, it's Jackson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Niners on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. From the gun, Jackson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Who ready?
Watson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Throwing again is Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Fuller. Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one. 56 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Watson looks to throw again. And it'll be intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it second down. The Broncos in the hurry-up trying to get to their positions and get set quickly. To throw on second down, Watson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. The Broncos on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Watson. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Watson now 8 of 17 so far, so under 50%, but he's got a 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. Caught by Nelson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Richmond. Down. Blue lady. Come back. Come back.
Here's Watson looking to throw on second down. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. So there you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 25. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what?
But he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Leopard!
Jackson now. Buying time to his left. Keeps himself upright. He can run for it. And now a fumble. The ball's out. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it. I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
That one goes for 24 yards.
Target, target, target.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Watson to throw on 2nd down. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. He can get into football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Broncos will take over on downs. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Ryan Kerrigan in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Now Watson. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do.
Watch it now, Barney.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And Watson has it right side. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Again, it's Kamara. Had the nifty footwork, but only able to get it to his own 20. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Detroit!
On 3rd down, Jackson. It's hauled in by Shepard. And down he'll go at the 25. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10.
Black 99 Philly. Reset.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Now he's forced out left. And he works free. And he'll be out of bounds up near midfield at the 49. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. On first down, it's Watson. Flush to his right. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. They need a touchdown, the two-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. And a nice gain of 21 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Come back. Hey, Blue 80. Richmond, Blue 80.
Again, it's Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. As his guys are in for 6. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Watson now to throw. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high-percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it. Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bifema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go larga. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Gun!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Watch it now, Barney!
On 2nd down, Jackson flushed out right. Now the ball comes loose, and they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down, throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Richmond! Tiger! Richmond!
To throw is Watson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by John Johnson. Past the 20. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick six for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really started to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year two, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. So the Broncos coming out now. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
On second down, Cook. Fights through and now a crease. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. Sturgis for the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Now Jackson on second down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Gun!
Jackson from the shotgun. Escaping the pressure right. It's caught. Shepard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They run it again with Kamara. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
All right, now look at 56.
On third down, here's Kamara. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Marquette King now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
And they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
Here's Marquette King now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And Denver getting set to take the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one. Whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. He got 29 yards that time. And I think that's going to do it. They can't get another play off.
Target.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the 49ers, the win pushes their record.